Pay attention, creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Yeah, Poopy Square. The Playable Characters Podcast. Well, hey, everybody. This is episode 9000 of the Playable Characters Podcast.
Playable Characters
Podcast.
PCP.
It's not 9000. It's close, though. We're gaining on it.
It's over 9,000.
It's 30
It might be 33.
Yeah.
It might be Jesus Age
That's
podcast.
true.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Oh, bless
It grew
our
the beard.
podcast.
Our show finally grew the beard.
All right, that's
What does
it,
that
guys.
mean?
Thanks for the...
It's a like weird TV trope term. Anyway,
Did he grow a beard when he was 33?
no, growing the beard just means that like the show like came into its own.
Oh, yeah, because it makes sense actually. Because I wasn't able to grow a beard until I was like in my mid to late 20s.
I think I was 16.
It didn't come in properly.
The top
I
hair
think
went
I
away.
will be 50.
All right. Hey, welcome, guys, listening. Thanks for joining us today. And I want to dive right into it because we have...
We got to do our plugs. You guys always
sorry.
come on,
We
Yeah.
forget- okay.
guys. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed yet.
Yeah,
Yes.
very
So
important.
Ryan, please follow us on Twitter because on Twitter we're asking a lot of cool questions. We're asking Wed Bed Dead. So we want you guys to weigh in and let us know.
Instagram's getting hot and heavy.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah,
Instagram.
it is.
Follow us there.
Follow us on the gram and the Twitters.
Right. And subscribe. Tell
Send-
some friends.
send
Send
us
us some questions.
Send us emails.
feedback.
Yeah.
Send us
Send us
letters
emails.
where you ask for our hair and stuff. We don't have a lot of hair. I mean,
There's very little you'll get from us.
if you're into stuff like I'll send
If
you my
you want
underwear.
a hair, you can have a hair.
It's mostly Calvin's hair that you'll get.
Yeah. Also, if you know any rich doctors, send them our way.
Yeah.
Send Calvin's way.
You want
Yeah.
like rich gay doctors, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Rich gay doctors who know Street Fighter. That would be great.
Okay. Yeah.
Very niche.
I think they're probably all taken already. All right.
So, this guest today, guys, again, I don't know how we keep getting these guests. Here's the thing: we open it up to the video game world. They contact us, and they want to.
Where's that music coming
He's
from?
coming. Okay?
Whoa.
We have from a very unique game, very unique guest from Civilization. I mean, you can hear him come. Look, here he is. Look at him. It's the narrator
Yes.
from Civilization. Hey, man, how are you?
Hello.
Hello. I'm the narrator from Civilization.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is so.
This is
you're-
such a regal entrance. We usually don't get this.
This is great.
Oh, everywhere I go is a regal entrance.
The music just plays wherever you go.
Like the horses marching, galloping among the fields and plains.
Oh, yes.
Majestic.
I can picture it now.
Wow.
This is beautiful. So you're not Sid Meier.
No.
Okay, you're
no.
Oh, I thought he was Sid Meier.
No, he's not Sid. Sid is the guy who just like runs
Who
the game.
is
Yes.
Sid?
Oh, you don't even know Sid. You're just like you're above Sid. It's
Oh.
your game.
Oh, you mean one of the many, the incarnations of the narrator.
Yes. There we go. So very excited to have you on the show today. Thanks for joining us.
Yes,
Thank you.
seriously.
Do you have a name? Should we call you or narrator?
Or you just narrator, God.
Narrator, Raider, if you just want to shorten it
Raider.
when we become friendly folk.
Yes. Radar. I kind of like that.
I'm gonna stick with narrator. It feels wrong
Okay.
to say Raider. at this
Not
point.
Nar. Can I call you Nar?
Nar. No.
Nar sounds weird. Nar sounds like an alien villain or something. Nar.
So how did you end up becoming this omniscient,
Yeah.
person?
I have always been the one with the civilization world, from Civilization, the first incarnation,
Okay.
all the way up into the sixth incarnation.
Wait, are you saying you've been narrating actual like human history as well?
Yes. What? Yes.
No, like real not the game. I meant just like human
No, I
civilization.
think the game he's talking
Oh, just the
about.
game.
game.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry. All right. I thought he was saying the first civilization, like the Phoenicians or something. Like he was like.
I do narrate the Phoenicians
You do
and the
narrate-
Mesopotamians.
You did.
I do
Okay.
that.
All right.
He's like Morgan Freeman for the world.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
humanity.
Yes.
In a way.
I really
Morgan
like this.
Freeman's never been an incarnation.
He loves that word, incarnation.
So were you born with this voice? Like, is this what called you towards?
Well, in Doctor Who,
Yes.
the majestic television series you can find towards the late stages of Civilization.
Yes.
How the Doctor comes back every time and he's different.
Yes.
So is it with Civilization.
Okay.
So I've always been, but it's different. My voice has been different. This is the latest.
Are you saying
voice.
I gotcha.
like Hinduism is correct that you've been reincarnated? Like
It's more of a Doctor Who religion.
it's more of a Doctor Who. Okay, it's not Hinduism, more of a Doctor Who.
Hinduism implies that we change based on our acts. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Wow.
Yes,
we
I
got
know.
Yes.
really
You
deep.
know. You
Yes,
mean.
I do know.
Do you know all of human knowledge?
Oh, all knowledge is but a passing stream to me. Like a river, it has no beginning or end.
Wow.
It's kind of like Bullet Bill. Remember, he knows
Oh, yeah.
everything when we had him on the podcast. So
I do
Well,
not
when he
know
shot the
Bullet
Deadpool.
Bill.
oh, he's a really cool bullet from the Mushroom Kingdom.
He's from a different game. Yeah.
Nintendo is a very, very late
What
age.
is a game?
He doesn't even-
Oh, I know games. They are in the late stages
Yes.
of my world.
I think it's like Space Colony era, you know?
Yes,
Yeah.
space colony. That is actually when the game. There are no colonies. It just ends in space. We get to space and consider it mission over.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Hey, we're almost there on Earth. I think we're going to space soon. So
We get to Mars. Done.
That's it. I think either way, that's probably true.
Is there a separate narrator from Mars, like a Mars civilization?
Oh, we don't know.
Oh,
yet.
there's a Mars
there-
narrator. We don't talk, but occasionally we send out satellites,
right.
and we just pick up like corn and bars and art mar.
Oh, okay. So they do speak weird Martian language up there.
I assume otherwise, or we're just catching him when he stubs his toe.
Right.
That is also what it could be.
He could be pranking us. You never know.
This is sort of like a different narrator for each planet, maybe.
Yeah.
Look, we've not traveled.
We don't know.
We got
We
to
don't know.
Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots
We
of
don't know.
I think, usually the game ends at that point.
Yeah.
infinite galaxies. So who knows?
World over. We got to Mars.
Narrator, this is a tough question. But
Yes.
What's your favorite civilization?
Like
Oh.
Arrow.
Not the game. Which
No,
civilization?
Which civilization?
Oh, okay.
That is a tough question.
Yeah. Like
So many to choose.
Which era are you talking about? Which era
like the
of humanity?
Roman,
Okay.
Romans, Vikings.
Roman, yeah,
The
they're all
Khmer.
great civilizations. I think I like the India. The Indians.
The Indians,
the
yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Not the Native Americans.
I was
but
hoping
the
you would
Indians.
say that.
He's
yeah.
trying to cater to you. Yeah.
Because they are so friendly until they develop nukes, and then they are so ready to nuke.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to say, I noticed that Gandhi is very violent in this civilization.
Yes, that's right.
It's really strange.
It's actually weird. He's not violent at all. He's just zen beyond violence. So he doesn't even recognize.
I gotcha.
He's so peaceful that everything is peace.
Right.
Nukes are peace if everything's peace.
I thought he was going to say because of the Kama Sutra.
Well, no.
What?
I thought you just liked watching, them
Oh.
invent that. That'd be kind of a cool.
I thought you meant they fired nukes because of the Kama Sutra.
no, you like the Indian civilization because look at that, they're developing
That's in there.
countless sex positions.
It's in there. It's one of these.
the nuclear position.
There is
I've heard of
a
that.
Yeah.
nuclear position
we all
where
explode at the same time.
It's
Yeah.
when it,
Hey!
yeah.
That's on your joke.
it's a
button.
joke button there.
Listeners, it's a new.
The nuke position. What does the nuke position look like? I haven't read that far in the Kama Sutra.
So basically,
You
it's a
just
lot
launch.
of. No, well, you're the omniscient
you
one.
just
should
launch
know.
up deep inside of them.
You just keep going up.
It keeps going until their organs are ruined.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Wow! Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Stay to the rivers and lakes that you are used
Yeah.
to.
Interesting. So Indian, that's what. Who's like the worst? Like you just you get to this stage, you're like, ugh, they're the worst civilization. It's right now, isn't it? It's current humanity.
yeah.
It's got to be.
I mean,
We
I
don't
know America's
recognize
usually pretty
any
bad.
we don't recognize current leaders.
Yeah. That's probably fair.
It's modern America.
I think that's like to you. Is it still George Washington as president?
Yeah, George Washington will never know, or Teddy Roosevelt.
Okay. Kinda
Teddy
stiff with
Roosevelt
you.
can also, or Abraham Lincoln sometimes, depending on the incarnation.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to presume, but since you have
Yes.
such a rich American accent, which of those presidents do you like the best?
Teddy Roosevelt, definitely.
because of the bear thing, right?
The bear thing,
Yeah.
yes.
He hunts bears.
no,
he-
because remember he has that bear as a pet or whatever.
Yeah,
in
he
that
has a-
photo.
yeah.
Oh, in
Yes.
the game, he has or in real life.
No, everyone's seen that little
You
illustration.
could take a picture of
Yeah.
him with a bear. He takes pictures of
Yeah.
himself with a bear
didn't know
for
that.
about a quarter each.
Okay. Interesting. That's not bad. He's got to make a few bucks on the
Yes.
side, I guess.
Do you change your accent depending on where you are, who you're talking to, kind of thing?
No, that would be very racist and pandering.
Oh, I thought
Yeah, it's not like
Way to be sensitive.
I thought he since he's an international narrator.
Well, I think.
No, it just depends on the incarnation.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, so what are some of the other incarnations that you've had?
Sometimes they talk like this. Or, this was a very bad incarnation.
Right. Yeah. I like the current one. The current one.
Yeah,
is pretty good.
yeah.
Thank
nice
you.
to know.
I prefer the current one myself.
Sounds very measured.
Do you
am.
do you like
When you
not-
know everything, it's easy to be measured.
Yeah. Do you not get along with like Tropico or Sim City, or are you guys kind of all in the same boat?
Oh, you
curious.
mean really tiny version and really, really, really tiny version.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
What are Tropico but ants on an island? We don't even have islands. That's how
Really?
little we need.
Okay. I'll just get. I played Tropico before. I played a little bit of.
Oh, you
Civilization,
think
but-
you're a dictator of a big realm?
It's a little island.
You own
Yeah.
one island.
Yeah, that's it. Which is, it's a good start, but like
Yeah.
you said, civilization.
What? Oh, look, a whole city.
Yeah.
You mean one of 16 in my...
Yeah, that SimCity guy. Also, he just looks like a fake Einstein, right?
He really does. Yeah.
Yes. It's like the Monopoly guy was born wrong.
Yeah. So
So I have to ask,
Oh, go for it.
how do you
Yes.
feel about
Questions.
Risk?
Risk? I mean, no science at all.
Yeah, there's no science in
No
Risk.
culture. No religion. Talk to me again when you have religion, Risk.
guys, spoiler, I've never played Risk before.
You've never
I've
played
never played
Risk?
Risk.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
It's a game for children.
yeah.
Kids game.
I felt like actually it was too hard when I was a child. I felt like it was way too in depth for me. So
Risk-
I'm like, I'll just stick to life and Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Oh, yeah.
It's 1, 5s, and 10s.
Is that
What's
it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Pretty much, yeah.
I
It's
didn't
all
get it.
that and like random dice. I used to play with my friends in high school all the time. We used to get drunk and play for like 6-7 hours.
I hate history. That's why. I think that's why it turned me off.
Brian, you can't say that in front
Yeah.
of.
I know. Well,
No,
now I'm
it's
sorry.
fine.
I
I get
enjoy
it.
it now. It was always when I was a kid. It was very boring to me in school.
Well, Risk isn't history.
Yeah, it's not history.
That
It's
didn't
literally
happen.
Yeah.
one.
It's geography. That's
Yeah.
how much you hate history.
There's no history when Aztecs are holding machine guns.
Well, see, there you go.
Ever happened?
That's how wrong I was about it. I didn't know.
I mean, I liked history. Well,
I guess technically Risk is more history than civilization.
I mean, I think civilization's more of like a what could have happened, right?
Yes.
If the Aztecs had gotten to the point where they had machine guns.
Watch
Oh.
out. The Aztecs have discovered mass media. They're broadcasting hearts being cut open on every continent.
So, would you prefer? Would you prefer more warmongering people or peacemongering?
Is there peace mongering?
Yes. A peacemongering people is one who just advances only through culture.
Okay, peacemonger. You
So-
You know, those
peacemonger.
virulently peaceful folks.
When you defeat the Egyptians, they're like, now everybody's wearing your Chinese blue jeans and listening to your particular style of music. Yes. I think there are so many more options with
Yeah.
the peacemongering people.
That's true.
Because you can build the majestic pyramids
yeah.
Yeah.
just in their glory, as opposed to a warmongering people where it's like, I have horses. Now I have tanks.
What's a
Now
tank?
I have better tanks.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I have nukes.
But it's probably fun.
You are very into. Are you anti-nuke?
I am. Yes, I believe we should all proliferate, but everything is as it is, and so it shall be. Like the river passing through
Steep.
different continents. It's as long as the Nile.
Narrator is very deep.
What is as long as the Nile? I lost track of that sentence.
If you didn't understand it, you're
Yeah.
probably not going to get
It's
it the
above.
second
No,
time.
you're probably right.
It's above our head, I think. Wow.
Wow. So have you always been this philosophical, or is it just because of so many incarnations?
Yes, every incarnation we get a deeper level of programming and better graphics.
Yeah. More memory.
More memories, more memory in general.
Yeah. Okay.
Memory and memories. Wow.
Yes, definitely. Memories, all alone in the moonlight. That's a Broadway musical. A wonder which you can make.
In the later age, I
Yes,
assume. It's not a golden
in
age.
the technology era
Yeah.
of the game.
Can you really take over another civilization with Broadway musicals?
Yes.
I mean, Hamilton
Yeah.
almost did, didn't
I
he?
mean, if you look at it,
Late. It's late.
We're being a little liberal. with
I
it.
like that you realized, oh, wait, I did make a good joke.
Thank you, narrator.
Yes, I was narrating what happened.
I love it.
Okay, great. Sometimes I
curious
slip
about
and
that.
narrate what's just happening.
I was curious about that too. Like, so do you find yourself narrating just regular events? Like, well, how would you narrate
Yes.
this podcast?
I would be like,
Would you say 3 different civilizations are sitting at this table?
I would say 3 nerds from the same civilization.
I'm from India, sir. I'll have you
That's
know,
right.
narrator.
You're right. There are no Indians in America. We've cut them out.
I was born in India.
but your leader's not Indian right now. That would probably be better if we could get an Indian leader in America.
Yeah.
I
now.
agree.
Yeah.
Who would that be? Like, who's the top Indian guy out there? That's
Well, it's Kamala Harris. I mean, she's half Indian.
oh, is she?
Yeah.
Okay, sold.
We did it, guys. We solved it.
Most of the Indian politicians we have kind of suck.
Yeah.
Because there's Bobby Jindal.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then
Oh, yeah,
what's
he's
that other
terrible.
chick from South Carolina?
oh, Nikki Haley also.
She sucks
ugh,
too. Yeah.
Calvin's an encyclopedia over here.
I told you it was fighting games or politicians.
Very good.
Who's the best
Or
leader
marathon
in your
runners.
opinion that you've seen?
Yeah.
In all the civilizations I've seen, I like Julius Caesar in Rome, an expansionist. You have to just build as many cities as possible all over the continent.
I also know he offers you salad, which is nice.
That is,
Is that a joke?
Oh, I don't know.
wait, we're just doing it for Eddie jokes.
That was a Caesar salad joke. That was okay.
Any
Yes.
salad joke.
We should have a rescind button before we can take the joke.
It just goes ba 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 ba.
Is that the game? Is that the noise in the game?
No, that's from Mario.
Oh, yes.
It's very hard to do a measured version of that.
How do you feel about the Mushroom Kingdom and that civilization?
Good one.
The Mushroom
Yeah.
Kingdom. They are a very psilocybic civilization.
What that means.
Oh, mushrooms.
Calvin, what does that mean?
Psilocybin and mushroom.
Oh, okay.
There's also Wikipedia.
Oh.
That kills your 3 nerd concept, huh? That's a cool word. Psilocybic.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're less cities, more castles.
Right.
Yeah.
They
I
bring
love
their
the
castles.
Yes.
Big ones.
Wait, you've
little
never heard of
ones.
psilocybins?
Maybe now I have.
Oh,
now that I think
so
about it.
sorry. This is
Just
a
takes me a while.
very
Okay.
quick tangent.
Yes, go ahead.
The reason I know about psilocybins is because we in elementary school we got this like book of like these are drugs that you should stay away from, and psilocybins is one of them.
Okay.
They're
Cool.
like-
And you still remember today.
I still remember. Still
How
did them.
many of those drugs did you stay away from?
But no one said to stay away from those gloves, though?
Yeah.
Calvin's wearing fishnet gloves, everybody, by the way.
Yeah. They
We'll-
help with my dexterity.
We'll Instagram this so you guys can see. Yeah.
Instagram the gloves.
Just the gloves. Yeah.
They're a late age edition.
Yes, that is a technology you can get as a cultural victory.
You won fishnet gloves for beating the Roman Empire.
I did.
Yes.
I brought my war elephants through, and then gave me gloves.
I have a question, Narrator.
Yes.
Every time I played Civilization, I don't know if this is the game is designed to be this way,
Okay.
but when I start, I get scared that someone is going to attack me, so it makes me very
Constantly.
militaristic.
Yeah.
Really?
And I'm like, I gotta fight. I gotta get my horses out. I gotta get my
A
you know.
jingoistic society.
Yeah, because I'm scared. I can't see what's going on in the rest of the map, and so immediately I'm like, I gotta start fighting.
As one of my famous quotes, I always say, the best offense is a good defense.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's your quote. You remember that
Yes,
quote?
as one of the quotes, many quotes I know.
You do know a lot of quotes.
So yes, if you build up walls very early, barbarians can't get in, and you can build up technology ahead of them.
Okay.
This is just a very solid strategy for winning civilization.
Yeah.
If you go very technologically advanced, it doesn't matter if they come at you with 100 archers. You have a tank.
Yeah.
Wow.
Blow them away.
So you're saying you're in support of the border wall?
I'm in support. Yes, of a city.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
it seems like that's the Donald Trump strategy right now. Is
Right,
to
wall.
build a wall. Then
I think you should build a wall
Have a
around
bunch of
one
archers.
city. At a
One
time.
city. Okay.
I think we should just build a wall around New York, and
What-
then
what about
people can't get in.
Trebuchets, though, right? You got to worry about trebuchets.
Yes, trebuchets.
that's a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it totally is, and I know what that means, too.
What does it mean?
I don't know.
It's
I've
another
seen it.
thing you can get high on.
I've seen it.
You've seen it,
I've seen
Also,
the
hey,
word.
that
so you can't describe it.
I appreciated that.
It's like a kind of like a catapult, but not exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, just
Yes, there's a
catapult.
pulley on one end, and it. No, catapults are a release lever. Trebuchets are based on momentum. I know
like a-
many things.
From like Lord of the
Sling.
Rings and Game
Yes.
of Thrones, they have the ones that go, I got you.
Yes, the ones with the ropes, with the
Yes.
heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Also from
Narrator,
history.
can you teach
Put it
Brian
in-
more things?
put it
That would be
in-
really great.
I knew I was going to learn. I was very excited. I knew I was going to learn stuff today. Yeah.
Do you have any other war questions?
Not yet. I'll
I
definitely
know
think
all
of
about
some.
war.
I know. Do you know the
What is
God
it
of
good
War?
for?
Absolutely nothing.
Yes.
Say it again. It's a song in the late ages.
Yeah, it was. I think it's from Rush Hour originally.
Yeah. Now, when you see all the civilizations from
Yes, from the beginning.
beginning up until now, right? So
From
like,
the dawn of their civilizations
it's gotta-
up until the apex.
it's got to be exciting. Are you ever just like, what the hell are they doing down there? What is this?
Yes,
what's
all
what
the
are they trying
time.
to do? Like, what are some examples where you're just like, what are they doing? That's
like-
not going to work. You know?
I'm like, the Native Americans, watch out. The Americans are coming.
Yeah. Don't trust them.
Don't trust. They will try and give you unfair trade deals. And you will show them around thinking everything's cool, but they bring disease.
Yeah. They gave him like a horse in exchange for like everything else.
Yes.
How would they have known though? They
Yeah.
they don't know.
I mean, I guess if you want to get into it, everything is based on your own personal value. And if you've never seen a mirror, you're like, whoa.
Yeah. More like naive
This is what I look
Americans.
like?
Yeah.
Naive Americans.
More
That
like-
was a good joke.
Right. Yes. So like I said, that's
This
why
is not going to last after this
Yeah.
episode.
broken.
fans tweet us in. Do you like
Well-
the joke button or not?
Egypt, focus more on irrigation. Stop building so many pyramids.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Right. They love.
What
those
else? What
pyramids.
else could have? What could have Rome done to avoid?
Oh, man. Build more roads and
Yeah.
stop having. You don't need a religious victory, also. Just stick with the military, science, and cultural victories you're going for. You're spreading yourself too thin.
Yeah.
What about France?
France, stop.
Just stop being
Just
friends.
stop being France about it.
I know they haven't stopped yet. Still.
You keep spying, but you have no skills.
What do you consider the greatest, I guess, contribution to
Civilization you can do?
Yeah.
Probably science. Get
Yeah.
up into space.
Right?
End the game.
Is that how you end the game for real? You go to space?
That's one of the many.
Okay.
If you get everybody on the same page with you culturally or religiously,
Like world peace kind of thing.
yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess it. But if everybody, I feel like if everybody had the same religion,
That's like the hell bop. If we're
They
all
would-
going to go to space and kill ourselves, it's like that type of thing. The hell bop.
well, you don't go to
Cult?
space if
Oh,
you
yeah.
get religion.
Wow.
But yes,
Right.
you could.
Sorry, you need something.
I guess if your religion had a mass suicide at the
Right.
end, I feel like you would have a hard job getting more people on board for that one.
If you told them what it was ahead of time, yeah. If you were just
Yeah.
like, no, it's going to be cool, guys. Like, all right, fine. But if you said right away, it's
Yes.
suicide, they probably wouldn't be into it. I don't think.
I
Do
feel
you
like
know from example?
I know. I'm just thinking it would be hard.
Jonestown?
It would be a hard sell. Were they upfront about the mass suicide?
Oh, I don't know.
No, they weren't.
That's what I'm saying. They were upfront about it. You probably just got like one or two.
No, I don't think
Oh.
so. Wait, not the Heaven's Gate folks? I don't know if they knew.
Yeah, that's what, they probably didn't know. Most
Yeah.
of these suicide cults don't know at first.
Guys,
Yeah.
if you want to know about Heaven's Gate, listen to a different podcast. There are plenty about cults and murder.
Sorry. narrator.
Three idiots.
So I gotta ask, since your job is just to narrate, do you ever feel
Yes.
frustrated when you can't intervene directly when you see
Oh,
something wrong
all
happening?
the
Good
time.
question. Good question.
They'll be like, "We're building a cultural victory," and I'm like, "You have no idea how many tanks France has right now. They're about to surprise you very deeply."
Yeah.
Also, all the world leaders pretty much are idiots.
Oh.
In general, they'll be like, "Hey, do you want to be friends?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure." They'll be like, "Great! I thank God we're friends for 100 years." And then they'll be like, "You know what? Just kidding."
Just like that. Fingers crossed.
Yes, they had their fingers crossed for 100
The old
years.
fingers crossed.
Have you ever seen an example where love has defeated hate? Like, people always talk about, love conquers all, but I feel like I've never seen it happen. Have you?
In general,
Or even specifically?
I've seen like 100%. Like they come in with tanks and we just hug them to death. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, or if you put a flower in somebody's gun, does that ever work to end the war?
Only
or
in Bugs
something?
Bunny, I think. Cartoons.
No.
No.
I mean, okay, technically it can work if you're very good friends and you have if they're your religion. And you know how we never attack Canada because technically they're also Christian.
Yes.
America.
Is that why we don't attack Canada? Okay.
And they basically have the same culture as us.
Yeah.
That's
except
true.
they're a nicer version of us. Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, if Canadians were Muslims, America would have attacked them. And it's
Yeah.
gross.
It's probably true, unfortunately. Yeah.
Not to make things very sobering.
This is a very real episode of Playable Characters.
I know.
Podcast.
No, I mean,
We're
there's
getting into
No
it.
one's saying
learning.
deport Canada. Everybody's saying deport. Not everyone, but there is a larger contingent
Yeah.
saying deport Mexicans.
Yes, that is
Yes.
true.
So if you make them the same culture, then people are like, why are we attacking them?
You just solved a problem that's it's still a problem. though, I
Yes,
guess.
if everybody was the same culture.
Right.
I think you just advocated for ethnic
I
genocide.
didn't mean to, but I realized not solved, but you've diagnosed the problem. But it's still a huge problem.
But it doesn't work because if someone's Protestant and someone's Catholic, then you have Ireland. But then also, then
get
the
rid of
wars
Ireland?
that fight Ireland, there are constant wars between Protestants and Catholics. They hate each other.
Uh-huh.
Potato
And then
farmers.
here's the thing: if it's all Catholics, they will pick to hate between the Orthodox Catholics and then the more milquetoast Catholics.
So you're saying there's always going to be hatred?
well, because of religion.
Well, okay. Can
or
I ask
anything.
this? But what if?
I've seen an Eagles fan get punched.
Well, they deserve this.
I mean, yeah. First of all, they're probably from Philadelphia, so they deserve to get punched.
Oh,
it's true. It's true, Calvin.
city of brotherly love.
Listen,
No,
you
it's
don't know
garbage.
sports,
It's a
it's
garbage
true.
city.
No, Pittsburgh. Fuck that place. But
Yeah.
Pittsburgh has yoga in the streets now.
yeah,
Okay.
so then definitely fuck that place.
Well, that's a big cultural thing, right? You
Right,
could
the
probably
steel
take
mills
over.
and yoga.
I mean, I don't want to watch white people have fun in the streets. No, fuck that.
You wanted to watch the marathon today?
See, why are you assuming it's white
which is
people?
dominated by Africans.
Yeah, but most of the people running the marathon are white.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
They tell their friends at work.
What do you mean? Unfortunately, it's a volunteer race.
White is not a volunteer race.
You got me, narrator. You got me.
I know everything.
Yeah. How are we doing on time, Olive? This has been.
We're at 26 minutes. Right
Oh.
now.
Oh, this has been a very
So, narrator,
in-depth-
what do you
okay.
expect for your next incarnation?
Yeah.
My next incarnation, I'd like to be Brazilian. That seems fun.
Oh,
It
yeah.
seems fun, right?
That'll be
I
nice.
was like, Brazil, they seem like they
Just-
have really good resources.
yeah,
they have
great.
Carnival.
Carnival, the jungles, the rainforest. They attract a lot of great people to come out and hang out
Soccer.
there. Yes, soccer. Sure, that is also a thing.
What would your Brazilian voice sound like if I could? Put
I don't know if I want to do I don't know how to stipulate that. Lest it be used against me in future podcasts and news cycles.
it might.
And they have Blanca, too.
Yes.
Yes.
they have
Yes,
Blanca.
yes, they do. Blanca. And Laura.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm sure there are other
Two very attractive people.
Yes.
Blanca. and Laura.
Attractive.
what's his the Brazilian
Eddie Gordo.
Eddie
Yes.
Gordo.
Eddie Gordo.
And Christy
from
Montero.
Tekken?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are two people from Brazil.
Yes. Oh, and Christy Montero also.
All right, we're not going to name every Brazilian we know.
This is every Brazilian character.
Yeah. Every Brazilian fighting game.
Quick,
character.
guys, let's name every character from every country and categorize
Anderson
them.
Silva. He's in the UFC game. He's Brazilian.
You
right?
could because you basically know everybody that's ever existed, I guess.
If they've existed, but also people that didn't exist in the realm you're familiar with.
Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with the great Egyptian rock star?
Who's that?
Freddie Mercury.
I don't think he was.
I don't think he was Egyptian.
Hey, I thought he was originally from. Well, I mean, like he was obviously English, but I thought his
He
parents.
looks
were
like he
Egyptian.
could be Egyptian.
He could be
Are you sure?
Egyptian.
He flew Egypt
Yeah.
Air once. That's what you're thinking about. I think.
He's been to
Don't
Egypt
press the
once.
box on that one.
I'm not.
I know my limits.
That's actually his name. Know my limits. Or the Mesopotamian writer from like current novelist. He writes young adult novels about people who run a lot.
Oh, I am way wrong. He's
It's
from
call-
Zanzibar and not.
I actually think
You
I
messed
knew
up his
that.
joke that he was
Called
about
The
to
River
I'm so sorry.
Runners. It
Yeah.
was really bad.
so sorry.
It was not a great joke. I know everything, and I know that was not a good one.
Sometimes you just gotta go for it. You
Narrator.
never know.
You got to go for it while other people are trying to prove Freddie
From
Mercury
Zanzibar.
wrong.
That's why Zanzibar's never been a civilization.
This question's going to be a little out in left field.
Okay.
But it's been theorized that we're all just living in a simulation. So you've actually seen a lot of people who lived and died inside the Civilization game, which is technically
That
like
is true.
Yeah.
I
So-
do live in a simulation.
Yeah. So, do you think we're also in like, are we in someone's Civilization game right now?
So you think when you play Civilization the game, you're a simulation playing a simulation?
Is somebody else? Yeah, somebody
Somebody
else
else is
a higher
playing.
level.
So somebody's sitting down playing a podcast right now.
Well, this is part of the
Oh,
culture, right? We're,
right.
we're building
What
up
a
the culture.
boring-
Who would
I'm
make-
going to go to my favorite game, Three Nerds Podcast.
the DLC is just joke.
Oh, not worth the $3.99.
Are you saying we're an iOS downloadable game?
Yeah.
I like to think we're like.
Calvin's new costume was gloves. 99 cents.
They had to earn a lot of in-game currency to get.
This is a
those
lot of
gloves.
fight money. This is $5,000 in fight money.
Any last questions for the tater?
No,
Raider, not tater. Raider.
Look,
Narrator.
I feel like we're all close friends now. You can call me Tater.
Tater's pretty good.
Tater.
Or as one of my quotes are, you can call me Tater Salad.
I love it.
Ron
Oh
White.
my God! No, undo that.
Yes.
Undo that.
That's when you research agriculture.
Oh, okay. Well, there's so much today. So, any last words?
Can you stick around, Narrator?
Yeah.
We have a
Oh,
game that we like to
Yes,
play.
I would love to play a game.
We're gonna
Yes.
play everybody's favorite video game podcast, video TV show thing on a podcast called Wed Bed Dead.
That's only a joke button. Don't use
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I
For
thought it was a
excitement.
machine button too.
No.
It could be.
Can it be like a whammy bar? Like no whammies?
No whammy. Stop. Okay, we have three very different choices, which are going to be very cool. I don't think you'll need the descriptions, guys. They're all well known, I
Okay.
think, and hopefully the narrator knows these people.
Are they
Can I
all
explain-
world leaders?
One of them is.
Can I
Oh, yeah,
explain the game
so-
to the
yes,
audience real
yes.
quick?
I'm pretty
Please do.
sure after 33 episodes they know.
Well, maybe they're new viewers
That's true.
or listeners.
The narrator has many fans.
That's
The
true.
narrator has millions and millions of.
Yes.
You're right.
I mean, maybe they're listening in the Civilization game
Yes.
to the whatever.
You will
anyway.
have many digital
Oh,
downloads.
I love that. We need them.
So Wed Bed Dead is we give you three characters from the gaming world,
Mhm.
and you have to wed one, you have to bed one, and you have to dead one.
Yes.
And everybody will go around and give their choices.
Here's the
Yes.
crazy thing. This is all randomly generated. Beep, bop, boop, boop, boop. Two of them have been guests on our podcast,
Oh.
which is crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we've been
Ooh.
around a long time.
Yeah, we
Yes.
have. So check us out. A world leader
Yes.
in his own rights, Bowser.
Bowser.
Episode 1,
Oh, okay. Well,
King
you-
Bowser.
Just in case you need a visual.
Friend of the show.
Friend
Friend of the
Bowser.
show. Friend of the show.
In case you need a visual.
This next
is best
guy,
picture.
I mean, this is going to be, I'm curious to see what Calvin does with this one. Don Flamenco from Mike Tyson's
Oh,
podcast.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Flamenco.
The fancy dancer boxer there. So with the rose in his mouth, by the way, and one of our favorite episodes, Navi,
Oh.
Link's little fairy,
The fairy from Ocarina of Time.
Yes.
Navi.
He's
So-
literally just a ball of light, so
Yeah,
there's no real.
or she.
That's already just a nagging wife, isn't it?
It is.
Ha,
It is.
ha, 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 ha.
There's a-
Would you like to go first, narrator?
Yeah.
Oh,
narrator.
I could. Well, okay. So I will say, but technicality, I am wedding, bedding, and deading all of them.
Oh my
in my
goodness.
mind
Okay.
already. So
That's fine.
All right, 'cause 3 are Carnation.
yeah. Through just it's I'm one with all of them.
Yeah.
But I will indulge this game.
Is
So
Navi a girl? Yeah, right. I always assumed.
I think she is.
Yeah.
or just a child in general. Maybe
geez.
we
Oh,
shouldn't.
come on.
We had this problem.
No. Navi was an adult.
Okay. Yeah. An adult woman fairy.
An adult lady fairy.
Okay.
Yes, it is
so,
a she. Or she is a she.
So which one do we start with first?
Whatever you want. Wed,
Wed,
bed,
bed.
dead.
Okay, so I think I think it's a pretty obvious choice. I would bed Bowser.
Oh, how come you going for the big guy first?
Well, listen, if we're going to bed someone, you want to you want them to have just some extra meat, and also if you're
And
also
scales.
I've seen how he handles marriages.
Yeah.
With
very well.
Princess Peach. It's not good.
Yeah.
So her ex-husband always comes back to try and take down the castle. And I don't want to deal with that on it. So you bed Bowser.
But he's got spikes.
He's got spikes, which are you put a little leather on those, you've got a pretty good time.
Yeah.
He's seen it all. He's seen it done probably. So.
He doesn't need extra
So have I.
spikes.
I am the narrator. I have no limits.
Yeah. Okay.
That movie Without Limits is about the narrator.
Oh.
I would bed Don Flamenco.
No, you just said you're a
bet-
bad Bowser.
Oh no, I would wed. I would wed
Okay.
Don Flamenco to bed him many times. Also, he seems like he knows romance. He brings roses.
You know what?
Oh,
I
sure.
think so.
He does have the
Yeah.
rose.
Yes. Plus, he's very strong. Who doesn't want to cuddle up next to just some firm, hard abs?
True. Although you should keep in mind, every rose has its thorn.
Yes. That's one of the
Okay.
quotes in
I
my
said it.
games.
I said it.
Would
That one's also for agriculture.
Would his little fancy dance be annoying though? Eventually, the Don Flamenco dance.
Oh.
It's very taunting. I think.
He can dance He would be great
You like
at
that?
our
Okay.
wedding.
Oh,
He would be
that's-
great at our
that's
wedding.
true. That's true.
And then I would kill Navi, which I will be
Yeah.
surprised if anyone doesn't.
Seriously.
Good
Seriously.
choices. Good
unless
choices.
unless you want to just like stick her up somewhere, and then the vibrations of her going, "Hey, listen." over and over again.
Whoa. Well, now
Whoa.
you. Now
I
you,
tried to keep it vague for
Now
a
you
show.
No, but I mean,
Opens
that
up.
works. Not vibrator. It works.
Now you opened.
That's it.
Oh, nice.
Oh my no! Come on.
Yes. I earned that one.
All right. Calvin, you want to go second?
Yeah, well, dead is very easy. Navi has to die.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Do you want to live with someone who's like, hey, listen, dishes, listen.
Well, we'll see.
Cleaning. No.
It's probably already what it's like.
But
Also-
you could just put like a cup over her.
But she could talk through the cup.
I believe that is technically spousal abuse.
Trapping your wife inside a
Sorry, maybe a net. Maybe a net there. You know?
You're right. What's better than a glass? A net.
I think she could still breathe pretty well. All right, keep going. So you're killing the fairy.
Okay.
If you go to court, they're like, at least she could breathe pretty well. Your Honor.
Well, just parole for you then.
You two
Hey,
behave.
listen. Never do that again.
Hey.
So yeah, she's dead. I would. You know what? I would bed Don Flamenco.
Same
I
choices.
feel like the dance
No.
moves. Oh no, you would wed.
Oh, okay.
Because Don Flamenco, fancy dance moves. I feel like that would be pretty fun and nice. And I do agree because he wears loud shoes, so that's going to be hard to like deal with.
Oh,
How
flamenco
about-
shoes because they're loud. Yeah,
He
yeah,
thinks
yeah.
of those different. He doesn't. His mind goes somewhere else.
I
like
do.
it.
I try to think practically.
It's important,
You
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I live in a studio. I try to think practically.
Is it the shoes? That's another quote from my game.
So many quotes from your game.
And
When you
I would.
research mass media, it's an NBA jam.
And I would wed Bowser because Bowser has castles. That's a lot of space.
And you
Easily
Again,
destructible castles.
yes.
They get jumped on one time.
Like you said, you have a
Well, sometimes
studio,
several
so
times,
you
but
wouldn't
Yes.
for a while, I'll have that space, and then Bowser keeps rebuilding them, so I just can it'll be cool. So I wed him. I live in this bomb ass castle. He's got the fire going for me. He's got the home fire and the away fire burning for me. And then when it gets destroyed,
But he's trying to marry somebody else constantly.
I mean that's fine. I can do my own shit. Gives you time.
I'm
to
in an
stand up.
open relationship with Bowser.
It's a loveless marriage, I guess, in a
Yeah.
way.
I
mean,
But
we're
not in a bad-
married.
but not in a bad way.
Yeah,
just-
it's like a Bill and Hillary situation. There's love there.
We don't know that.
Which one are you?
I mean, I'll rebuild. Yeah,
All right.
so that's how I choose.
I'm gonna go. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to wed Navi.
What?
Here's why. She will constantly replenish my energy, right? So I can get old and I'll be just living forever.
But you're living forever with, hey, listen.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Maybe I'll be like, I am listening. You don't have to tell me every time, lady. I'm listening, okay?
But she
Couples counseling with
Yeah,
you and Navi.
Right? That'd be a great sketch. So I think
Navi, do you feel like you're not being heard?
So I think after a while we could, she'll know that I am listening. But I think it's a magical fairy, man. Like having her around all the time. That's a win-win. in
But
my
she's
book.
always wandering around telling you to look at shit too.
Well, some things I didn't notice that. Thanks, hun.
How
You
many
know?
times have you found? How many times have you found stuff hidden behind your wall? Never, because you don't have a fairy.
Boom. How many times is she gonna tell me bomb that wall? And I'll be bombing my apartment. But
Yeah, but-
hey, there'll be a treasure chest there.
Yeah, but Bowser could just be like, and then just fireball.
He doesn't
the
know
wall.
it's
You
there.
know what? You know what? He couldn't because I'm deading that fool. I'm deading Bowser.
What?
Check this out. Here's why.
Check it.
we know we've heard, again, he's been on the podcast. We've heard the stories. Mario's a dick. We get it. But there's probably still some people who don't like Bowser. If I'm the one person to take him down, I'm a fucking hero. I'm a hero now.
Yeah.
Because I took down the
Not
big
to his
bad
Koopalings.
Not to them, which I don't care about. You know?
Oh.
Hey,
Oh,
this
so
is-
you could take over Mario's shit.
maybe.
This
you
is
know?
not very intersectional.
And then,
of you.
and then Peach might eventually be like, wait, he did it? He actually took down Bowser? And then Peach, you know what I mean? The me and Peach are a thing
This is a
eventually.
long game for you.
Yeah.
But you're already married to Navi.
Yeah,
You're
well,
like-
you know, she can't do much. She can. I'll be like, hey, watch, as me and Peach. You know, give it back to her for a change. And then I'm gonna have to bed
Oh, jeez.
Big Don Flamenco. I'll bet him once because he is a little guy, and I think if I had to do a man, I would have. I'll take a little one.
Well, you clearly never will with the phrase, if I have to do a
If I
man.
have to do a man,
I gotta do a do.
you know, if I gotta do that, I think is it easier, Calvin? Maybe to start small. I would guess. I don't know.
I mean, I guess as starter asses go, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you know that's what. So I'm gonna bet him once, and because I think he's a little annoying in the game. He's very annoying. So he's one and done. Bye bye, Don.
These are all tough choices.
Wait, are you gonna?
I nailed it though.
Wait, I got a question though. Are you gonna kiss him though?
No, he'll probably block it. He's good at blocking. You know?
Well, he has the rose in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So,
they,
so it'd
That's
be
what-
hard to kiss
when you
him.
mess his hair, that's when he gets mad in the game. Remember, he gets very mad.
Oh
when
wait, so
he-
then how are you gonna have sex?
Right.
That's what. Maybe you know it'll end quickly. I'll just tussle his hair. He'll be like, "Oh, come on, man," and then he'll be like, "Make it quick."
That's literally how most gay sex ends.
Don't mess
Don't mess
up Oh,
I'm
man.
going out later. Don't mess my hair. That's
funny.
So awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a perfect impression.
Learning so much.
of
So
gay
much
sex.
learning for everyone.
This is-
Narrator, this is the insensitive side of the podcast.
No, this is just real. All right, Olive, who are your choices
This is
here?
tough. This is tough. You know I like to marry for money.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And obviously the richest person out here is Bowser.
I mean, Don's got a good record. Maybe he's
I mean, he's like the second guy you fight.
couple could fight.
He doesn't have a
No,
good
he's
record.
like fifth or sixth.
No.
Still not great. He's
In the original game, he's
Yeah.
like he's not after E Honda, is he?
Yes,
Or-
he is. Piston
or
Honda.
Piston
Yeah.
Honda. Sorry.
It goes Glass Joe Von Kaiser, Piston Honda, and then King Hippo.
No,
and then
Don Flamenco is like.
but then
No,
but you're but that's
he's like fifth. He's after.
Oh, is he?
Piston
Okay,
Honda.
so
Yeah.
maybe he's in the middle league, right?
He's
but
won
he has
some
to have as
money.
much as Mike Tyson.
Guys, I can see the future and I can hear nerds screaming about this as they listen.
Sorry, nerds.
Here's my Nintendo Power right here, you jerk. He's actually fifth.
I'm gonna kill him because he probably has CTE already. You know what I mean? From getting fucked up all
That's
the
true.
time.
Those star punches
So
from Mac hurt a
He
lot.
has. I'm sure he has a bad temper, and
What if you don't want to be his nurse and like save him?
No,
No.
I'm not trying to be somebody's nurse.
This is a good point. I would change my.
Yeah, you're not going to marry someone. If this is a choice, you're not going to be, I'm going to choose a person I get to take care of the rest of their life. No.
Well, no,
That's
it's about
not fun.
love.
It's not, though.
He has rose in his mouth. He loves you
my
as
God.
he's.
See, roses don't mean love, right? It's a fake. It's like I give you a rose. You know what I mean? Come on.
Sometimes villains put that on their dead, on
Yeah.
the person they've killed. Like
He's
as their
not. He has the
calling
least.
card.
What is he offering me? He's
Nothing.
offering me a life with a guy who's already has dementia. I don't
Okay.
want that.
That's true. Okay. So bye-bye, Don.
Bye bye, Don. I'm gonna marry Bowser for the money, right? For the coins, for the real estate, all that stuff.
Real estate.
He has a ship that flies in the air.
Uh-huh.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm excited what's coming up next, though.
And then I'm gonna
Yeah, what are you
I'm
going
gonna
to do?
bed Navi.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
Yeah, you are.
How is
I
that
know.
gonna
Wow.
work?
We'll figure it out.
Can she transform? Can she shrink you? I don't know.
Yeah, I think either she'd shrink me.
I think she shrinks you.
Yeah.
I think
she
she just
shrinks
goes
me.
into your penis hole.
I don't. Is that really sex, or is that more of like a
Torture?
like inner space? Like
Yeah. What a movie.
Inter-
Martin Short. Great movie. Right?
yeah, it is
Yeah.
a great movie, but I wouldn't consider that sex if she went into my penis. I don't.
Well,
think
no,
that's...
there's a thing called sounding. It's like you put a.
Oh,
Why? Did
Wait, no. Tell us what sounding is, because I
Okay.
have no clue.
Me neither.
Narrator, you know what I'm talking about.
He saw it the first
He knows
time.
everything.
oh.
He saw it being done the first time.
So sounding is like if you put a stick in your urethra.
Oh my god!
Enough.
And what do? You make a sound out of it?
Let's talk about sounding.
You know what? On that note, I think it's a good send-off. Narrator,
Oh, look up sounding, everybody.
Don't.
Look up sounding.
thank you so much for
don't have
joining
to.
us.
Wait, do you want to plug something, narrator?
Yes. See me in 1 through 6 Civilization games, or if you want to learn all about online dating, Tinder Tales podcast.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that's all right. Yeah, we're into that. Tinder Tales podcast.
Yes.
Thank you, narrator.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us. Enjoy
and going with us on this epic journey throughout the
it's very-
ages.
Very
Yes,
epic.
seriously.
Very epic.
From the golden age to the sounding age.
To the sounding age.
And with that, we will see you next week.
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.